Yo, we are back. It's Nest Kingdom, right? Fresh off the All Star break. With my boys Saint, Chubbs, Rage. Tough loss, blowout. We got punched. We got
Can it? Is it
yeah.
tough though? I mean, is it really that
It's
tough? Is it?
expected.
Is it? Is it
Like we
like
knew we'd
at
suck.
this?
We knew
Y'all
it.
Like,
knew it was
what do
gonna
we
happen.
even? What can we just end the stream? Because what do we really even have to talk about? Right? Like, can we just?
He said,
Can we
"End the
just?
stream now."
What are we gonna do? Are we just gonna break down about how many
Nah,
times
I
we've
don't really
seen
have any
JJ?
notes tonight.
Like,
I
what
really
can we
don't.
break down
I
today?
I
don't.
mean, I mean,
I honestly don't.
it's hard to break down like everything because like we're just gonna say the same thing that James Johnson is
Yeah,
terrible
like what?
at
Yeah,
basketball.
I have no
But we're
notes.
all.
I
But
didn't
at
have any notes. I really didn't.
the one thing I will say is that like we can talk about other stuff like KD's supposed to come back in the next 3 games. We'll see about Simmons. He's probably coming back next week or two. But that's
Yeah.
tough. And the mandate's probably going to be lifted, so that's something to talk about.
Fresh out All Star
Oh,
break, Fresh out All Star break with a big
yeah.
with a 129,
With a
106 loss.
with a fat L, something I'm too accustomed to these days as
Yeah.
a Nets fan. Sadly.
Hit that like button. If you hit the like button tonight, you just love us. Hit the like button for love. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
if
Because
you're here right,
here
because
tonight,
I'm
if you're here tonight, you
dude,
just love us.
yeah,
'Cause
I-
honestly,
I'm
like,
I'm banking on 120 views at most, right?
Yeah.
Like the true dogs are going to be
if
watching.
you here tonight,
like,
you just love
yeah.
us. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Let me shout out the
W
chat.
viewers. W viewers.
W's. Nash is horrible. Yes. Shout out Anthony Paris. The real J. Hey, what's up? ILR United. Sherm City. What's good? Jordan. Hey, Jordan. Oh, Age is in the building. Age, what's good, bro? Marquise. Hey, what's up? Cherry Gloria. Hey, what's up? Blue Diamond Gem. Hey, Blue Diamond Gem. Marks. Hey, Marks. Monifa. Hey, Monifa. Blues from QC. KD35. Hey, what's up? Juke Skin Sir. Hey, Peoples Hernandez. Hey, Peoples Hernandez. Who else is in here? Double G, what's up? Double G, my holy king. Hey, my holy king. Easy Money, OJ, Tommy B, No Limit Kyle, what's good? Barry Garrix, yo. He said Chubbs, you had it tough. Yeah. Oh, we got the Statue of Liberty in there.
No, wait, check the back. Check the back.
Oh,
Damn, and
That's
the
custom?
subway route.
No,
That's custom?
this was New Era. No, this is New Era.
Oh,
I think they
that's
had
fire,
it,
bro.
bro.
I look like it was custom. Boy coming out with the heat. Tommy B, hey, what's up? And one more shout out. Mo, what's good? Yeah, so again, if you're joining us right now, we lost 129, 106. Patty Mills was not good tonight. 0 for 9 from 3. Andre Drummond, 4 for 6 from the field, 11 points. Bruce Brown, we saw Super Saiyan Bruce Brown go off against his Boston team, 15 points, 5 for 12. He was 7 rebounds, 5 assists. James Johnson had 7. Seth Curry had 22 points. And off the bench, Kessler Edwards. We saw Kessler Edwards, 13 points, 3 from 3. My only take on this game, like I said, we expected this loss. It was definitely embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing loss. We weren't hitting shots early on. First, second quarter, it was terrible from 3 again. If Patty was not going to hit shots tonight, then we basically had no hope. Again, we're playing the fully healthy Celtics team. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, those guys are good. They had no, like I said, this fully loaded Celtics team. So early on, we couldn't hit shots. Halftime came, and JJ was struggling. JJ was not looking good, and Nash refused to take him out the lineup. Nash refused to take James Johnson out the lineup. It was really, really bad, y'all. So in the third quarter, again, we just got blown out. Like I said, there's nothing really much to say. We got blown out third quarter, fourth quarter. Nash was scrambling. It's crazy because the fourth quarter, I stopped watching. I stopped watching this is like the only Nets game I really didn't watch for every dribble. And the fourth quarter, at the 10-minute mark, I went to take a shower. I came out the shower. It was like 2 minutes, whatever. And then I saw Nick Claxton and Day'Ron Sharpe in at the same time. I'm like, what? Like, what is this going on? Like, Nash is just doing anything.
I
Like,
missed
what's
that. I
going
didn't
on?
even see that.
Did you see that?
Thank God.
Anybody see that? Yo, say, did you? Because I was like, why is Nick and Day'Ron in at the same time? It was like 125, and I'm like,
Why not?
I was like,
I mean, like, honestly, dude,
he's
at
about
this
to throw
point,
anything in tonight, right? Just do
why
anything
not,
tonight,
right?
Yeah.
Like, at this point, I don't care what Nash does. Nash
Yeah.
could just wear a blindfold and go like this the whole game and just like and point to random people, like, and I wouldn't care, right? Like, none of this shit
Bro.
means anything right
I
now.
was like, why is they in at the same time? So I was kind of confused. I was like tight, but I was like excited. Like, did they actually do work together? But then I guess it was not really. But
That if
Yeah.
okay, if there was a genuine point guard that can play make for them, it wasn't gonna work. If
Gonna
if a point guard wasn't there, Ben Simmons on the bench, I'm looking at him. If he was there, probably would have worked. But then at the same time, that's 3 guys that can't shoot.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
and with James Johnson too, it's like shout out to DJ Chasm, because DJ Chasm, we had this conversation about Kessler Edwards versus James Johnson, right? So it's like, are the Nets gonna cut James Johnson for Kessler, or are the Nets gonna take the vet and just tell the rookie, no, you're a 2-way, go back to being a 2-way, go back to the G League, and we'll bring you back next year. So now that we see this terrible game from James Johnson, I feel like during the season, will we see JJ get cut, or will we see JJ stay?
Dude, Jay, before I got on here,
Mhm.
Jay alluded something into a tweet saying also that he doesn't think nobody else should be cut in order to make a spot.
Nobody else should be cut
for Kess.
for Cass.
But he didn't allude to why. So it's something we
He
got to
said, if
find
he
out.
said that, then I'm
Yeah.
shocked, because he's
Yeah,
president
yeah.
of Kessler. He's president of
Well,
Kessler Edwards fan club, bro.
I'm
Yeah.
sure, but I'm
That-
sure
that's
there's
a- that's
like
alarming.
yeah, I think there's more to the elaboration he said he would get into, but he said it would be too long to explain, so he'll probably break it down. We could probably get him to explain it later, but I mean, the one thing I have to say this before we go on any further like serious breakdown talks is like and I shout out to Age, because Age was talking about it in Discord. And then also, I've been hearing it. I've seen people tweet it. I've thought it. It's like we're at a point where we're stuck in this. Well, when we're healthy, or if this happens, like we're stuck in that realm, right? Like if and when all these things happen, we'll have what we have. But we're not there. We're here where we have with the current players that we have, and we're facing the top teams in the NBA right
For like
now,
the next 2 weeks.
especially on this 8-game stretch. And some people are judging, like, this is not a stick up for Nash or just a certain player, but people are judging these current set of Nets that are there, right? And let's all agree they're all role players at best, maybe with the exception of 1 or 2, maybe.
Nah, everybody's a role. Whoa,
Yeah, and we're
everybody's a
judging-
role player.
Yeah,
honestly.
no,
Yeah,
right now,
it's role
everybody's a
players. Let's it's role players. Let's
Yeah,
everybody's
it's
role player.
basically a team of a starting group of role players and rookies coming off the bench, and we're sitting there like judging, like it's like they should be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that you can really like judge from all this is like, and like Hart. Like, look at what, like, the effort that people are playing with tonight. Like Bruce Brown, say what you want about Bruce Brown, but he showed a ton of effort tonight.
He was great.
And the other thing that I looked for tonight was, who do I think is going to be playing well with the starters and when we have the full squad, right? Like, to sit there and try to be like, and to really let this like piss you off. Like, we've been in this hole for the last, we went on an 11-game losing streak with pretty much the same squad with minus 2 new players, right? But at the end of the day, they don't move the needle that much until we have our starters back. So it's like to go OD and be like, this is trash, fire this, do that, get rid of this guy. As much as I don't want to see I can't see James Johnson be open for another open shot and not make it again, right? Like, I'm done with that. Like,
the James Johnson thing was too obvious. Like,
Yeah,
I wasn't coming at Nash this whole thing because I was like, I was expecting to lose.
Is like,
but the James Johnson thing was just,
I can't
bro, are
wait
you
till
blind?
that's
Like,
over.
I was like worried of like, well, yo, Nash, are you blind?
I agree.
He had
I
to
agree.
do that, bro. He had to take JJ out the game because I was
Mind
like,
it, I
that was obvious.
Right. I didn't see too much of the game. Did Kessler miss a 3?
No,
Did he
he
miss
was
a
perfect.
three?
He was perfect
He
tonight.
was perfect.
He was perfect
I don't know if he
Every-
was perfect
yeah.
from 3, but he was perfect.
Yeah,
Every time Kessler was on, we went on a run.
yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
granted, Nash might not have the best hand, but damn it, if you want to win the game, you got to play who's hot and who's not. James Johnson was not it at all.
Because
He was not
he went away from Kessler. Like, he didn't start Kessler. The starting lineup had me confused because I was like, where did this starting lineup come from? And then when JJ was stinking it up, it's like everybody was thinking like second half, oh, he's gonna, because Kessler was hitting his threes. We're like, oh, he's gonna just make that switch second half. But then he stayed with JJ the second half, and then we continued getting like blown out even worse, and then it just was off the rails after that. I felt like the game was far away at halftime, but it still was kind of like we could have made one more run. But when he kept JJ in that second half, I was like, what? And then that's when they went off the rails.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at I mean, listen, these guys are okay when we have everybody there, but like,
Yeah.
as a whole in themselves to try to carry us through this, like, because there's a couple. Shout out to Easy Money OJ. You think Nash would know the importance of spacing, being a former star? Yeah, this is
Offense.
true.
He's so frustrating with these rotations.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ease Money OJ. Thank you.
Yeah,
But here's the
I
thing, and sorry to cut you off, Steve, but really think
No,
about
that's
it. You have JJ, he's not shooting. You have a lot of other guys that are not shooting. Who do you sub them out for? Who is
But
the
that's the
shooter?
other thing. You only have
shooter
Seth
off the
Curry.
bench
Yeah.
subbing JJ out for outside
You
of
know-
Kessler, who was great. To
Yeah. Outside of
unless
Kessler.
you're gonna start LaMarcus, Cam, Patty, and Seth, those are your only floor spacers.
And that's not the best defensive lineup either.
No. So
That's not
again,
the
like
defensive
again.
To
that's
me,
why
I wanted
said
more Kessler and Blake. He didn't play Blake at all in that second half, I don't think.
7
But I
minutes.
wanted a little bit Kessler and Blake. I just didn't want to see JJ out there at all. But
like
this
the
goes to the
fact that-
point of our wing defense. Like what I was telling y'all, the wing position, guarding these tall wings, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, these tall wings. Like I said, when Ben and KD comes back, it's gonna help max, the wing issue. But like I feel like further on down the line in the Nets' future, like we're gonna need that wing.
Yeah, but Blake was only in for 7 minutes. Like, how to judge that he was trash? I mean, like,
Yeah, he only
really?
played 7 minutes.
Like, dude was in for 7 minutes.
We
How
gotta
can you
put a lot of
really-
stock in 7 minutes.
Like, I don't know how you could do. I mean, dude was in for 7 minutes, right? Like, so
Yeah.
it's not like
He
he
didn't
really
play
got
the whole
enough.
second half, bro. Like I'm saying, and JJ was terrible. Bro. Like I said, when the second half, when we saw JJ start, they went on like a 20 over. I don't know what the run was, but it was crazy at that run, bro.
I don't know what the point of James Johnson. Like, when I look, I understand James Johnson, kind of them keeping him over, say, somebody like Bembry. But if I had to do it all over again, I'd have got rid of James Johnson and kept Bembry.
Yeah. The poll tonight, make sure you guys hit the like button and vote on the poll. The poll tonight is, are you concerned after this loss? Are you concerned after this loss? Nest Nation vote, just vote on that poll. Right now, it's 53% people are saying yes, and 47% said no.
Welcome. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. I don't know how you.
We know your answer. We know.
I don't know how you
been
can't
concerned.
be concerned. Like, I've been concerned, but
Yeah.
most of you guys have been like, some of y'all are living in. Let's just talk
Yeah.
about that for a minute, right? Because
Yeah.
some people are living in fucking la la land, bro. Like, yes, we have an opportunity to go on a nice run, but people think like as soon as KD comes back and as soon as like we're still probably. We could viably be anywhere from a week to a month away from Kyrie coming back. We don't know the reality of that. Yes, when KD gets back, things do get better. Yes, this team does get better, but it's like people are just acting like, yo, everything's going to be
peachy keen after this.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, yeah, like
when
Steven
you think of about
like I said, zero concern. Okay, well, and I'll remember, like, because let's be honest, I'm not convinced we, even with the people healthy, like I'm not making any bold claim about the championship, right? Like,
oh no, like I said before, we're a few games out of the plate, like a few games.
Yeah.
First of all, we have 22 games now, or 21 games, whatever it is.
We have 20, like
20
just about to get under 20 games left. Yeah,
under 20, almost 20 games left. We have 20 games to right this ship. First of all, are KD and Ben to come back. Joe Harris, we still don't know what's going on with Joe Harris. It's like we still have a lot of what if questions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of what ifs.
We don't really know how long Ben is going to be back. You know, people are arguing about whether ramp up, right? That's the other thing that people are arguing about.
Yeah.
Like no, ramp up, fuck it, put him in. And it's like, yo, like you got people that have are probably so out of shape, and they're sitting there arguing about what these professional players that are like.
I've seen some arguments because like there's some people online that are saying like, well, Dragic, how is Dragic closer to coming back than Ben is, and Dragic is 37 or 36, and Ben is
an answer on that either, though.
It's weird because let me read some quotes because Nash did come out and say a few things about KD and Ben. Hold on, I gotta find the retweets. But basically, he said about KD is KD did a full practice yesterday. He looked great. He had one intensity practice. He looked great. And then he said he needs 2 more intensity, full like intensity 5-on-5 practices, and then he'll be back. So he has 1 down, right? That's 1 down. Then for Ben, he gave a quote that said, the reason Ben is out is conditioning, right? And we saw that video of Ben. I can't even pull the video up, but you can try to find the video. With Kyle Korver. We saw Ben doing the Kyle Korver, working on the rotation, right? Now, Ben Simmons didn't practice that day. He just did an individual workout. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't even started doing 3-on-3s, 5-on-5s, intensity workouts yet. So that's why I'm like, wait, it takes this long? Like, he's been here for a while. I'm like, he should have been doing at least 3-on-3s by now. But now that so the scale is KD might be the first one back, and then we might even see KD and Goran Dragic be back before we see Ben Simmons, which is like, that's kind of, I guess that's why people are upset.
Okay, but think about this. There's probably more information of what's going on with Ben than we're going to be privy to, right? Like, and at the end of the day, we're a bunch of opinion-based fans that really don't quite know shit about what's going on inside. Shout out to Jelani. Right. At this point, I want to make the playoffs healthy. Is that so hard to ask? Can I get 20 to 30 games healthy? Please, God grant me that blessing. Hey, I said something similar. Shout out to you, Jelani. Because I said something similar earlier in the day. Somebody out of Spaces going. They invited me in. I just said, at the end of the day, it's like, because everybody was like whining about the shit with Ben and being able to play. Everybody was being like, all of a sudden became like a sports medicine therapist and what needs to happen and how they're supposed to do this and how people should be in shape. And I just look at it this way and I'm like, the way this season has gone, like, I don't give a crap when people come in, just get me into the playoffs. I don't care if it's 8th seed. I don't care if it's 7th seed. I don't care if it's 6. I don't even give a shit if it's a play-in game. Just get me into the playoffs with a healthy, full team, and I'll be happy for this year, right? Like, because clearly we're not going to get these guys back when we want, and it's not going to happen in our time, and we each day argue about why it shouldn't be happening, fuck Nash, screw the ramp up. Like, it's just, at some point you kind of have to be like, bro, like, they're going to come back when they come back.
Yeah.
And if we're going to have a chance and a run at it, it's going to happen or it's not going to.
I think that's why the fans are so impatient, is because they see a game like this, right? And they're like, oh, damn, I don't want to see another game like this. We play the Bucks on Saturday. No. He's like, I don't want to see another game like this.
That's going to be a bloodbath. That's going to be a bloodbath.
Bucks on Saturday.
That's why I've been saying, AJ, what I've been saying. Like, get used to it. Get comfortable sitting right now where you're at until they come back, because there's no way this current team is beating any of these teams, probably even the Raptors, until we get reinforcements back.
Yeah. Let me read before you go, Charles. Let me read this about Alex Schiffer about Goran Dragic. He said, Steve Nash is not out the question that Goran plays in the Milwaukee on Saturday. Expects him to play in the next 3 games. He said it's possible KD plays Saturday, but expects him back in the next 3 games. So again, he's not really being clear. He just said next 3 games, KD Goran might be activated. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna just really put it to this way. Saint made the claim, this loss wasn't the loss we should start being concerned. We should have been concerned probably way earlier. I remember very vividly coming on this stream about 2 to 3 months ago saying we should not keep looking towards February and March and just ignore January, December, and November. And guess what? We all just said, you know what? February, March, everybody's going to be back. And we're going to go on that run. And guess what? We're the 8th seed. Fat man is gone. And now we have Ben Simmons on the team. Yeah. A lot can change in months. And you got to look at it this way. We're the 8th seed. Yeah. So number one, that's an extra round of playoffs if we stay stagnant. That is a tough matchup out the gate. Granted, I'm very confident going into the playoffs we're fully healthy against these top teams. But out the gate as a first round matchup, mind you, seeding, when it comes down to seeding, it's strategizing. It's strategizing. You don't want to face Miami out the first round. Why? Especially with with the injuries we have now.
Yeah, and I don't even want to do the play-in. I don't want to even think about a play-in, bro, because like you know how the play-in is. That's like March Madness.
Yeah.
Anything goes in the play-in. You know, you win, you lose, you're out. Like it's like one of those games.
Right.
Like
I
rather
mean,
do.
and let's be honest.
Yeah,
Anybody
one
that's
bad
in
game.
here gloating like some of these Sixers fans, and it's like, dude, you're gloating over a team that is clearly shit right now because we have 0 of our stars, and you're
Yeah.
acting like you're beating, like people are beating us at our full
Philly fans are
strength.
hype.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious though. It's like people are gloating off of a win off
They
of
hype
like,
Jalen Brown, and Jason
yeah,
Tatum,
right?
Al
Like, come
Horford.
on, bro. Like,
Three
get
all
real.
three
Yeah.
all stars beat Seth Curry and Andre Drummond and the role players.
Shout
Well,
out
they're
to
all role
Delani.
players. You know.
To be honest, it's so frustrating because you get all these casuals talking trash. If we're healthy, we get beyond punchers. We need consistency. Listen, we're in the barrel right now, bro, and it's like, listen, these Sixers fans, the Celtics fans, whoever, like, keep the same energy, right? Like that. I mean, that's what this is about. Like, they're acting like they're one of the mods. Like, Isaac, take care of whatever Sixer trash is in here, right? Like, I don't really.
Oh, Sixers fans in here. You
Yeah,
knew, I knew Philly fans
I
would be
don't
in here
really
when we
care,
lose.
but I mean, but
Yeah,
at the
while
same
y'all watching,
time,
like the video too. Like,
yeah,
Yeah, while y'all watching,
while you're here, like
the
it
video.
or, yeah.
If you Philly fans, if you're
appreciate
happy that
video.
we lost, you can like the video. Like the video if you're happy that we lost.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing, exactly, Sam. Like, we haven't been healthy all year, and even when we were healthy and we didn't have it together, we were still top seed over your fucking trash team, right? And at the same time, it's like the one positive that you can take away is that if we do happen to turn it around, like within the next week or two, where we get full reinforcements and everything like that, quickly some attitudes are going to change, and that's just the reality of it, right? You want this team to get enough time to be able to kind of gel together, and it just, I think a lot of people are coming to terms with the idea that we were supposed to be destroying everybody this year, but unfortunately, because you had a lazy fat piece of shit named Harden quit on the team, and then you had injuries, like, it pretty much shows you like where you're at, right? And a lot of people had expectations that came crashing down. And how many times did we voice concerns about certain things about this team along the way? And everybody said, no panic, calm down, no need to worry, everything's fine. And now we're staring ourselves down.
These next 8 games are against
yeah.
good teams. You know, we
so
can't go
it's
against
like,
these are contenders. We're basically telling our role players to beat contending teams, like with their full superstars and stars playing. Like that's not it's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do.
And let's look at it like this: ever since we traded for Harden, we've been dealing with injuries. One of the most key statements every Nets fan has said ever since we traded for Harden was, just wait until X player is healthy, or just wait until X players come back. We've been saying that for the past 2 years. For 2 years, we had the big three, and they only played 20 odd games, 16 odd games.
Yeah.
Let me just this comment right here. Devon G said if Kyrie gets his shot, it wasn't for that man to leave. It wasn't about Kyrie. Kyrie is about to be full time soon. We all saw what the mayor said. Y'all saw the what the New York City is about to change the mandate. So it was never hard. It wasn't about Kyrie. So stop that stuff. It was not about. He's a quitter. He's a quitter. That's why he left, because he's a quitter.
But I mean,
he quit on this team.
He did, but at the same time, I'm not going to give Kyrie a free pass here just because things are changing his way and people are saying like.
No, because I've seen that narrative. People are saying that, but if Harden would have been patient, and then he would have been. But it wasn't about just. It wasn't about just Kai though.
Yeah, it's not Kyrie's fault. He played like ass. Like, so let's stop trying to sugarcoat.
Yeah, I'm not going to
like ass. Kyrie wasn't changing that.
Yeah, and I'm not going to. Kyrie doesn't get a pass either, right? Like, just because the mandates are about to change, people are also like, he won. Like, yeah, whatever, right? Like, that's fine. Have that energy. But him choosing not to get the vaccine and choosing to be part of this team did affect it as well. I don't care if you're a Kyrie stan or whatever your thing is, but at the end of the day, it's like everybody had a decision in that. Kyrie chose not to do it, and it did affect the team, right? Like, I'm not getting into the vaccine. I'm not getting into the political thing, but he did have a choice to play basketball or not. He chose not to. So
And
our
Philly fans,
choices,
I know you're
choices do
watching. I know
affect.
you're watching, Philly fans. Trust me, Harden's gonna quit on Embiid too.
Yeah.
Harden wants power. That's the real reason. He wants power. He wants control of his own team, and him and Embiid are gonna clash. Him and Embiid are gonna clash. It might not be this year, but down the line, he's gonna quit on Embiid. They're gonna clash. They're gonna clash. You can't tell me they're not gonna clash. Look at Harden's history. Look at his
You know
history,
what?
y'all. So
Yeah.
No,
you know
but
what's coming, Philly
at
fans.
the
You know
same
he's gonna
time,
come and quit.
But at the same time, though, Harden has some serious image repair, and that's why he's been. You've noticed he's slimmed down. You've noticed that he's like
He's trying to
putting
say
in a
all the
bunch of
right
work.
things because he
Yeah,
knows
of course.
he looks crazy because
Yeah.
he's quitting.
Yeah,
He's quitting
so
on quit on two
he's.
teams.
I'm not going to be surprised if he come out and looks good, right? Like I don't think he's going to be 2017, 2016, 2018 Harden, right? But he's going to be good. He's going to be energized. But at some point, like the feathers that James wears, they will come out. It will eventually rear its ugly head. But I do think you're going to see James Harden come out and be
Yeah, I said they're gonna be
aggressive,
good.
and,
You know what I'm
the
saying, like
question will
y'all see he's gonna
be
quit as
yeah.
soon as adversity hits Philly. As soon as adversity hits Philly, just be careful. Just be warned, Philly fans. Be warned. That's all I gotta say. Be warned. As soon as y'all if y'all lose first round, or if y'all lose in the playoffs, don't get to the chip. Y'all lose another this year, the next year. See, trust me. Don't mark these words. He's gonna be gone too. He might be leaving, or it's just gonna be friction.
And let me say a few things to these stands because it's like for 24/7, they're always just 24/7. They're just stuck on stupid. Let's break a few things down. Harden had a choice between Philly and Brooklyn before. He chose Brooklyn. Explain that to me. Number two, Harden literally played like ass in his second year here and had nothing to do with Kyrie. Kyrie wasn't the reason he had 4 points in his last game as a net. Harden had no excuse why he broke his hand, or quote unquote had an injury on his non-shooting hand and only put up 4 points. Wasn't the reason he played like trash versus the Suns? Wasn't the reasons he played like ass versus the Warriors?
Fake injuries, just sitting out. You know, it was all part of his plan. It was all part of his plan. It was way before. Yeah, the beginning of the season, he was. I think he had this plan at the beginning of the season. He didn't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not gonna put that on. Let me stop talking about that, man. Though. The poll right now. Let's see what the poll. Are you concerned after this loss? People are saying, 52% said yes and 49% said no. Personally, like I said, with me, Sane has been the most concerned. I said this to Chubbs and everybody, like, what was it, a week before the season ends? If we're not fully healthy, and that's where I get panic mode. I think I said it was a week before the season ends. I get panic.
You got more patience than me.
But I said this. I said this before Kyrie. When Mary just said what he said. I said this, like, if Kyrie's not back, if Ben's not there, or if Ben's still not getting adjusted, and KD's I said I will start panicking in the beginning of April ish. But
you got to look at it like this. When you said that at that time. We still had Beardman on the team, and we were come back. And logically, look at this: when we traded for him, that's basically a soft reset on most of the roster.
Yeah,
like when we come back fully healthy, the whole team is going to play very differently. Yeah. And we only have someone in the comments said 22 games left. That's not enough time. That really is not enough time. Granted, when you really factor in ramp-up periods, and you know how this team likes to do ramp-up periods, it's going to take, by the time, probably under 20 games, by the time everyone comes back. That means Dragic, KD, and Ben. So we're literally against the clock for no reason.
Yeah, that's a good point. I said that when we still had him on the team, but now that we got the reset, things are still, like I said, a lot, like Saint was saying, it's still a lot of what ifs.
To me, you got 2 weeks to figure this shit out. Otherwise, I'm sailing at home.
You're sailing at home?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then you
2 weeks. If you don't get me Ben back, if you don't get me KD back, it's after in 2 weeks. I'm done. I'm done. Like I'll watch, but I'm not going to give a shit, right? Like
it's
I'm
sad.
not like.
It's sad because you still have the Joe Harris thing going on.
Yeah, you don't even know about Joe Harris yet.
What's good with Joe?
And you still don't know, like, you can afford to wait on Kyrie being full time if Ben and KD are back, right? Like you buy yourself a little bit of time. But the longer you go without KD and Ben and you're waiting for Kyrie, like no. I'm sorry. Like listen, there was a lot of things that happened. See, this is the thing that is not like it's not that I'm mad emotional. It's just that people are getting it twisted, right? This is like another one of those years that you can't sit there and say, dude, like our team sucks and that's why we lost. It's no, we had a fat ass that quit on us. We got hit by multiple injuries, and you had Kyrie on one of his Kyrie sabbatical bullshit things that affected the team, right? Like you had a handful of things that had nothing to actually do with like legit team basketball and why we win or loss. You had injuries that you couldn't control. You had just a pile of shit player, and then you had Kyrie doing Kyrie thing, right?
Yeah,
Like so again, that's like another wasted season. Just like last year. Last year it was injuries, right? And there was nothing you could do about that. That affected the team. So
Honestly, last
it's
year we
just
were
another
actually
season.
blessed to get that seeding last year.
Yeah,
We could have
like,
it could have
it's
went really
amazing.
bad. Like
Yeah.
I was actually
Yeah.
shocked that we were what were we, the second seed last year?
We were
I
the
was
third.
shocked that we
We
were
were
the second
third.
seed because we
Yeah,
had
and Steve Nash is our coach too.
third
Yeah,
seed
and
Yeah, we were
Steve
the
Nash.
and
third.
and age, yeah, exactly. I'm adding a couple of things in there, and add the COVID thing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it's not that I'm like I can't even be mad at this team for lack of shitty, like for shitty playing, right? Like I can't even be mad and say you guys did your best and you suck, right? Like I can't even say that. It's just another season of shit that has like zero control, and it's like I'm just like if people take it as negative Nancy. Thank you, Claude. I look at it as I'm being real, like I'm being realistic. It's right.
Mhm.
You're asking now a team to literally in 21 games or 22 games, you're asking to add Ben Simmons. You're asking to add back KD, maybe Harris, and who knows when Kyrie's there. And you're in the eighth seed, and you're asking them, and people have the expectations now go win the championship.
Yeah, literally.
Bro, if that happens, that might be that gotta be the greatest story ever
repeat
in
that
The
NBA.
30
in
for
your
30
head.
will be
I'm just-
legendary. The
If
30
we
for
win
30
the
will be
championship,
legendary.
that has to be the greatest story in NBA
Yeah.
history. Like that
Like
is
put
that
it
is
in bullet
crazy.
points. Like get yourself a piece of paper and get yourself a piece of paper and do
Crazy
bullet
to think
points.
about that.
And all
But-
the things that
yeah.
are going against the Nets right now, write them on that paper and then say we're winning the championship. How can you like and then you can get mad at
And-
somebody if they
yeah.
call that being realistic?
And then you gotta add on the beginning of the season. We were seeing such different tones. We have the big three. We got guys that are honestly an upgrade with the big three from last year's bench. We're gonna run through the league. Next thing you know, the mandate comes out, the rule change comes out. We get off to a rocky start. James Harden is on and off. Guys are underperforming. Next thing you know, fast forward, Kyrie comes back home part time because guys keep getting injured. COVID outbreak. It's so much we've dealt with in one season.
Dude.
Dude,
It's
There was a time we had all rookie. Remember when COVID hit and it was literally all around. It was like
Durant
the
and
team was
rookies.
8 players
Durant
and it was
and
eight.
And
It
you
was
want
like
to know
5
what?
rookies.
That's when we looked our best, bro.
It was
When
KD
you
and
had-
5
when you had
rookies. That's what our team
yeah,
was.
KD
And here's
and
the
5
thing.
rookies and Patty
4 or
and
5
5
rookies.
rookies.
Yeah,
and here's the
Patty
thing.
and 5
We're
And that's
talking
when we
about
looked our best.
Ben's mental health. Imagine the rest of the team's mental health, but dealing all of this in one season. The coaching staff, the GM, like that's so mentally draining. And with 20 odd games left, you're said, okay, go be a championship contender as an 8th seed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot we went through a lot. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like thinking of when you put it like that, Charles, the story is crazy.
But
how
that's
this
why I'm
season
saying,
was.
like, repeat.
It's just
yeah.
I'm promise I'm not being over exaggerated. Every month there was some drama.
Yeah.
Whether it was a player, whether it was a COVID outbreak, or it was someone getting injured, or someone just not playing. There was always something. There was not one month where it was just nothing happening. We're winning games. We're just a good team. That's the whole. It's every single month something happens.
It feels like not even every month. It's like every fucking week, right? Like, and it just listen. Like to me, like I see it or see it. Kyrie can't be blamed. Fuck that. Like I love Kyrie, right? And he had every right to make his decision, but he made a decision and it affected the team, right? Like everybody plays a part. You can't control injuries. Harden made a decision to be a fat ass, and like, excuse me, I probably shouldn't say that. Harden made the choice to be a lazy motherfucker, right? And not give it and quit on the team and say, "Get me to Philly." You know, Kyrie's like, "Nah, I'm not taking that vaccine. Like, I'm not doing it. No, it's not vegan. Whatever." Right? Like, Kyrie does his thing. Yeah, like I'm just saying, Kyrie made his decision. It does affect the team. So what did you say? Like we're 4-10. Yeah, it's not like Kyrie here's been helping us. But I'm just saying, dude, like everybody,
and that's not being talked about enough. How did we get worse when Kyrie coming back? How?
Yeah, everybody said having Kyrie away was going to save us and make us better. Did that make us better? No, it didn't. AJ, I remember you were
argue it did nothing. You can argue it did nothing.
Y'all didn't tell me all this would happen. No one told me about Harden leaving and Katie getting hurt. Y'all didn't tell me.
I know. I'm clouded, but no. But even still, people are like, "Yo, even if we just had Kyrie, like, no, bro, like." Let's keep it 100.
Honestly, if you really keep it on, Kyrie's never really been good by himself. 100. He's not. He needs like another guy. He needs another guy. He's never been that guy to be like, I'm gonna get you guys 7, 8 wins in a row by myself. He's not that type of like.
I know, but
he's never been like that.
Outside of that Boston run, but he had a whole.
Is he doing it in Boston? Let me know, Kyrie fans in the chat. Let me know when Kyrie's won a lot of games by himself. Like
I think something crazy with Kyrie.
Yeah, they had that crazy ass.
Kyrie's still a killer. Like,
but he had JT
still does have a killer mentality.
That's what I was saying. He had both the J's. Yeah,
JT and JB. Yeah. Was he rookie of the year?
Listen. I'm just saying. Can we keep it 100 across the board? Right? Like, no more. Let's not like protect like because we don't want to be like viewed in one way. Like, there is more than one issue that was with this team. There were things that were out of our control. Players made decisions that affected this team. Our coaching staff did some dumb shit. I'll even say our what's the word I'm looking for? Our
medical team.
Our medical team dropped the ball this year, right?
Yeah, they did.
I even give Sean Marks some shit, right? Like Sean Marks definitely, was able to pivot away from Harden. But he waited too damn long. We could have had some other moves and changed some things. And you give this Dragic thing, that's all Nash, right? Like that is all Nash.
Yeah, that was Nash's recruiting.
That was all Nash. So if you're happy and you don't like Nash, but thank Nash because he's the one that got you the Dragon. I'm just saying across the board, there has been those issues, and it's got us to where we're facing now. And to pretend like everything is still hunky dory and like everything's just magically gonna be okay, like. Yeah, that just means you can't live in reality. Like you gotta always. It's kind of like that one guy said it best. If you're a player stan, and your player like either leaves the team or you're a team stan, like some guy said it where it's like, oh, I just only watch the good teams, right? Like that's what's happening right now. You're having like a lot of player stans and a lot of team stan people that are like just, oh no, I only root for winners, right? Like. If you've never been a Nets fan prior to Kyrie and KD have been here, you just got baptized in the last season or two. Even though we've had these great players, now you know what it's like to feel what it's been like for a Nets fan for 30 years. Right?
Shout out Josh 90. Thank you for super chat. He said the East and the West has switched this year. That's a fact.
I agree.
The East is definitely the more competitive conference right now. The East is way more competitive than the West right now.
The East is crazy this year.
Yeah, the East is different this year.
I can tell some of y'all never went through that 12-70 season. Some of those seasons where we were tanking for literally no reason because we burned all of our picks in that PG KG trade. I mean Paul Pierce KG trade. Some of y'all were never there when CJ Watson bricked a dunk and then we proceeded to get our ass beat by Nate Robinson and the Bulls. And I forgot the other person. We got our ass beat after CJ Washington blew that dunk, and that was like the spark that broke everything up of that whole group of that D Will and that. Yeah,
I actually
would not. None of y'all would.
Nate Robinson, bro. I hate that guy, bro. I cannot stand him.
Yeah, Nate was. I remember when Nate was on the Bulls. I think he used to go off when he was on the Bulls. But yeah, a lot of y'all were not there when we were.
CJ,
When we
A
were
lot of
struggling
people
down
are
there.
asking about Joe Harris. Joe Harris has been practicing. He looks okay right now. I don't think he's been like full team, but he is like they're trying to see where he's at. Gucci, I get what you're saying, bro, but like you can't compare people's injuries just because LeBron responded differently to a high ankle sprain. Joe's was more of like a lower ankle sprain, and had surgery. Like you can't
You're
really.
like, don't compare LeBron James to Joe Harris.
Yeah, like come on, bro.
LeBron is an athletic freak.
And plus, you can't compare injuries, especially when surgery is involved, because everybody. LeBron didn't have surgery, ankle surgery. Joe Harris did.
On top of that, Joe Harris has not invested a quarter of the money LeBron has into his
Have you looked at LeBron James?
Yeah. Have you looked at Joe Harris and LeBron James side by side? And LeBron James didn't have surgery. Joe Harris did. So that's a huge factor in saying,
bro, it's really
he should have been able to come back.
It's scary how LeBron went. What was it? 18 years, and this is like the last 2 years of his season of his career. He's got hurt. Like his whole career, he hasn't been hurt. That's really crazy.
And it's just not the last 2 seasons.
The last 2 seasons he's been hurt. Like he has like a little ding. You know.
That's crazy though. I was born in LeBron's like first rookie year, and he's still playing.
Shout out to Mark Rez.
That's the wicked part.
Mark Rez the third is making a bold statement, and he's got 5 on it right there. Bam. He's like, I got 5. Like this is him making a statement right here. I think the Nets will still end up winning the chip, and will go down as one of the craziest stories for NBA season.
Bro, we win the chip.
Let's hope you're right.
That's a bold
let me be brutally
statement.
honest. When the playoffs come,
I love it though.
I love 5 on it, dude.
When the playoffs come, I'm gonna just be toxic and say Nets in 5 versus anybody. But realistically, like, let's get a little realistic. It's not gonna go.
But I am saying, like, listen, if I don't care what anybody says, like, I don't care what you have said all season, right? Like, I don't care if you've been for or against James Harden. I don't care if you've been for or against Kyrie. Like, I don't care what you have said about the Nets or anybody on this team. But if we somehow win it this year, that gives everybody carte blanche to just tell every opposing fan or team person, like fuck you. Like you can say whatever you want. You can motherfuck whoever you want.
Bro, Mark, thank you for manifest that though. Thank you, Mark. Manifest that.
If we win the chip, the stream will be legendary.
You can't even tell me. If we win tonight, if we win the chip, you can't tell me nothing, bro. You can't tell me.
Okay, I'll do this. If we win the chip, I'm going to pull up on stream with the polyester durag and the Swiss and the cognac.
I'm probably gonna have a fur collar on.
You got to put Katie in the go conversation too.
I'll probably be smoking a cigar or a blunt. I'll have sunglasses, a hat on. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be drinking.
It would be so toxic. It would be such a toxic stream.
I will be wearing a fur coat. I'll be wearing a hat, glasses. I'll be wasted. It will be.
Bro, I'll jump out my window.
Bro, I'll have the Abdul Drummond on the back of my jersey.
Abdul Drummond. Get a custom ID Drummond jersey, bro.
Shit, Rage will get an Andre Drummond tattoo, bro. If we win.
Damn, Rage gonna get Drummond tat.
Dude, you just put the words in my mouth.
Imagine we win and Rage doesn't.
Well, hey, but Rage, but you'll have to wait anyways, bro.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna say why, but Rage
have to wait
will,
2 years for the Drummond.
Yeah, Rage is gonna. Rage, you're good, right? I may forget. I'm getting old. I'll probably forget.
Nah, Drummond tat would be scary.
Says he's gonna wear a raccoon hat. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're gonna come on stream.
That's got to be racist. I'm so.
But Raheem is Raheem. You better be black because if you're not, that is racist as all hell.
That has not. There's. I don't know what a raccoon.
Raheem, are you black? Because explain, dude. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. His name's Raheem. Might be a little stereotypical of me, but.
Hey,
his name's Raheem. Well,
So,
you know
but
what?
hey,
Raheem.
there's a lot of
Benny
people on.
Raheem.
Hey, listen, people online
Your name's
be
Raheem.
perpetrating. He says I'm very black. Well, explain the raccoon hat then, bro.
Nah,
Where did
is
the
it hit that
raccoon
hour?
hat come
We hit
from?
that hour already? Like, have we ever that hour already? Have we hit that?
Oh yeah, it's there. I don't even
It's
care.
11:09. It's 11.
Usher. Oh, he said Usher had one in his video.
Let me look
Oh, he's
that
right.
up.
He's right. He's right.
Let
Usher
me-
did.
let me see if I can
Usher
find
did
that.
have it. He
This
did
is
have
the
it.
one.
Was it Oh, what video was that when he had that
Usher.
on?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Watch this, bro.
Oh wow.
Oh, you got the picture?
He
He
ain't
had it
lying,
on The
bro.
Voice. Yeah, he
ain't
was the
lying,
host. He was the judge
lying,
on The
dude.
Voice.
He
Yeah,
ain't lying.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Somebody said Daniel Boone.
Well, that is
Why
Daniel
did he have
Boone
that
wore.
on?
Daniel
did he have-
Boone used to wear he did wear a raccoon hat.
This is
did.
sick. We got
What
200
was
people in
Usher
here talking
thinking
about
putting that
raccoon
on?
hats.
No, what was Usher thinking putting that on?
Yeah, I don't know what Usher was thinking.
If
Yeah,
you
I was
really
like,
look
why
at
did
it, he
why
just
did he
looks
put that
weird.
on?
He looks
Yeah,
weird.
that's sick. You got to be a sick man to put that on, like in public. Like you're a grown man to put that on in public. I don't want to talk to you if you got like a raccoon hat on. Like if I see you on the subway and you got a raccoon hat, I'm just gonna keep walking.
I'm just gonna
Another
keep
super-
walking.
I'm
Like,
not
even gonna stop and talk to you.
If I know you, I'm just gonna keep walking around this way.
Oh, bro, I
So
didn't
that's
even
gonna
see-
be
I didn't even-
Raheem.
Yo.
Actually, look at it. Look at it.
Nah, bro. Nah, this is OG.
I bet you Raheem has one, bro.
I'm not
The
gonna
way
lie.
he
That
said
does
that was-
it does look warm though. I'm not gonna lie. It does look
He
like
said
it will
that
keep
with
you out. Like it
confidence,
does look
though.
warm. It does look warm. Like if it
Here's
was a
my
blizzard
thing.
outside, I understand.
Why you wearing it indoors?
Yeah, indoors is crazy. Indoors is not.
Why are you wearing
wearing
it
it
indoors?
Take that off.
Hey,
Take that
shout
off.
out to
and
Mark
take that off.
Rez. Appreciate the super chat again, bro.
No.
Please screenshot my super chats. I also predict that when Durant is handed the Finals MVP, they ask him about winning, he will say, "You know who I am."
Yeah, yo, Mark, thank you, man. He's manifesting it. You know who I am.
Appreciate you.
You know.
Yeah, he definitely gotta take that hat off inside, bro. Like you can't wear that inside, bro. Yeah. This stream has gone totally left. Let me end this poll. So the poll
He's
tonight
saying
was
that he's saying we have no swag.
we have
Sorry
no
that we don't
swag.
put- sorry
Yeah,
that
no
we don't
swag
put on
because we don't want to wear the
raccoon
raccoon
hats.
hat. Okay.
So it's 50-50. So the poll right now, are you concerned after this loss? Is 50-50 right now. It's 282 votes. So
But
it
see,
looks
that's
like
the
people
thing.
are
Okay, for the
undecided.
people that say they're not worried, and besides just saying if and when we're better, and besides saying KD, please slightly give us something more than just those three things, because that's all I hear. Oh, well, we have KD. Oh, well, if and when we're healthy. Like, you got nothing else.
We've been
Like,
saying if and when we're healthy for the past 10 years. With the big team. I
for
don't
the
think
last
you realize.
months.
That's been
No,
the
it's been
2
years.
months.
We've
Out
been
of
saying
the
like for
2
3 years, like,
Bro,
yo, if we're
out of
healthy,
the-
I hate
Bro,
saying that
it's
too.
been it's been 2 phrases we've been repeating for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Ramp up, and if we're healthy.
If and when.
That's been the
God.
If
I
and
always
when.
say that too, bro. Every fan I talk to, be like, yo, if we're healthy, we got it. Like I hate saying that. Like, why can't we just be healthy and win? Yeah,
I'm done saying that, bro.
if we healthy, yeah, we
all
gonna
you just
win
hear
this
is
championship.
Just like just wait.
Yeah,
we
you just
healthy?
wait
Just
2
wait
more
to see.
seasons and we'll be there.
It's gonna be
Why does it-
2040, and we're still
why
gonna be
does
like, just wait.
No, it's like, why can't we just be healthy for 1 year? Why can't we
Dude,
just be healthy
you guys
for
are
one
gonna
full
be
year?
old. I'm gonna like, this is what's gonna happen. You two are gonna be like, you three are all gonna be old and gray. I'm gonna just have died, and then you guys are gonna be like, "Ah, damn, if Saint would have just waited, we would.
Yo, it's
If he
2060.
would've
If
stayed
we were healthy,
Oh,
like
man.
we still would have won. You know what I'm saying? If we were healthy in 2060, I'm telling you, KD Jr. would have won. Like,
KD
Saint would have been able to see his
KD
beloved
Jr.
Nets win the
Bro,
chip.
bro, you would have been able to see Kareem Abdul-Drummond the Jr. get the fucking
Kareem Abdul-Drummond
MVP,
Jr. Andre Drummond Jr. Yo,
Oh,
this
Can we
is
talk about the
awkward.
Donda 2 live stream? I feel like that'll be more interesting than this game.
I'm tired of talking about that crazy motherfucker, dude.
Donda too.
Oh,
Uh,
man.
I
I'm not
don't-
gonna hold you.
I can't-
The
I
Ye
can't.
documentary is fire though. The
I haven't
documentary.
watched it
You
yet.
watched it? Watch the documentary, bro. It's
Shout out
like
to Black
it's like
Saint.
jumping
Black
in a
Saint
time
was in
machine.
here.
It's fire. If you watch the
Shout out
Ye
to Black
documentary, shout out to you. Oh, Black Saint's in here. Oh, what's good, Black Saint? What's up, Black Saint?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
dude,
W stream.
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I know Kanye is talented, But ever since I saw Kanye on that Punked, that there was a show called Punked for MTV,
Oh yeah, I remember
and they
that.
pretended to steal his tapes. And when I watched him act like such a little girl on that show and the way he acted, I would ever since then I had a hard time respecting him. And then it was like you would go and see the dumb shit he would do in the middle of people's
Yeah.
acceptance speeches,
Oh,
and
Taylor Swift.
it just ruined like listening to his music. Like
Well,
same thing with like when people, and this is why I'll always choose Prince over Michael Jackson. Like there was just certain shit that like once I found out about Michael, I couldn't listen to his music anymore. But like but Prince though, like if I have to choose between Prince and Michael, I'm taking Prince all day. Like
Saint, I respect it, but
nah, Prince
Bro.
all day, bro. Prince bodies Michael
off
Jackson.
the wall alone.
Nah, bro.
Off the wall alone.
I get it.
I'm an MJ. Well, because like I said, Saint was there for
Nah.
the Prince.
Yeah, see, I grew up
Mega.
in a different yeah.
I just
exactly.
I'm an MJ, Michael Jackson kind of guy. Like,
Marcus
Man.
Kanye is full of estrogen.
oh nah.
That's hilarious.
That is the W comment of the stream right there, bro.
Shout out to Howard. He said in 2060 I'll be 98. Damn, bro.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. There's something pimping about Prince, dude. Like, they both had a very feminine take, but you didn't hear no stories about Prince sleeping with little boys in bedrooms, right? It was all fine.
That was a
honeys.
wicked time. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
just
That-
saying
when those
kills it
things
for
came
me,
out, it was
bro.
bad. It was bad.
I'm sorry, that
It was
kills it
bad.
for me. And you all know that, like, let's not pretend like.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad time.
Yeah.
And then he had like the amusement park, and I remember
like,
like on
come
all the
on, bro.
shows they would make fun of Michael
Signs were
Jackson, like
there.
The Simpsons and South
Dude,
Park. It would be
tell
like
me all
mad
the
funny,
signs
like-
were
Bro
not
had
there.
so much money. He made
Tell me that all the signs were not there.
You were like,
Dude had a petting zoo. Dude had
like all the shows, they'd be like, Michael Jackson would be like, "Welcome to Neverland. Come to my Neverland amusement park." That would be
I
like,
look at it
oh,
like
man.
this. Y'all gotta look at it this way. Where MJ and his family came from, that was gutter. Like,
Yeah. fact.
Oh yeah,
Really,
and their
came
dad
from
was
the
trash.
gutter.
Their dad is what
And-
fucked that family up.
well, yeah, unfortunately, the dad, he said, you know what? One way or another, we're getting out of here. So realistically, you could argue MJ and everybody else never had a really realistic childhood. They never really had to go to a Six Flags or anything like that. So naturally, for a person who never had a good childhood, when they get the money and they get, popular and they get all these riches, they're gonna buy the stuff that they always wanted to
But
do
dude,
when
he's
they were
never
younger.
been normal. Like even since a kid, like that kid never
Yeah.
had one thing normal in his life.
He was forced to
Like
grow
he
up
was
early.
he was a superstar
Yeah.
at like 8 years old.
He was
and
given,
he's never
he
been
was
normal.
given the Superman costume before he was asked if he could fly at a very
Yes,
tender age.
exactly.
A
No,
very
that's-
tender age.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Like, dude was never had one normal thing in his life at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still taking Prince though, man. Still taking Prince.
Let's get this. We might as well wrap this up because
Yeah, we
This
talking
is
about
about to-
MJ versus Prince.
we're talking about
Oh,
MJ.
yeah,
That's how
dude.
bad the Nets lost tonight. We're talking about MJ. versus Prince. This is got.
We don't know what's going. Listen, Kyrie is not, dude. That lifting of the vaccine
not trusting
thing.
it?
No, it's gonna happen. I just don't. I'm not getting on the. It's happening in a week, right? Like it's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
a minute.
It needs to happen right away, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it
Adams
does,
is waiting on, bro.
dude, it's called optics, bro. When you fire
Yeah.
4,000 people for not getting vaccinated just 3 weeks ago, and then
Yeah.
a week
Then
or
lift the
two
mandate.
later, you want to lift the mandate? Like, are you?
Nah,
are
I'll
you
be pissed. He
psycho?
probably gets sued. He should
Well,
get
hell
sued
yeah.
for what he did, though. That's messed up, bro. You can't
But
force people.
but you know what I'm saying? Like the optics are super terrible. There's no way
Yeah.
you can turn around after firing that many people and then go, "Yes, this is great." Like, how do you
We're
pivot?
changing
How
the
do you
mandate.
how do you pivot? Like,
Well,
Yes.
Saint, you got to look at it like this. And Keith McPherson basically put it in a beautiful sense.
Yeah.
Look, that's gonna be iconic.
That's a
whether we
sick
agree
man,
or not. But
Nah, we gotta end this. Yo, Tubbs, we gotta end this soon. I can't believe this man said cut out booty.
Let's end it on that. Let's end it.
He said this man wore cut out booty pants.
Let's end it on that.
Nah,
No,
Tubbs,
wait a
finish
minute,
your
bro.
shit,
Wait a
Finish your
minute.
shit up, please.
Wait, don't, not yet.
Prayers for
Don't do it
Ukraine.
like
If you
that.
watching, if you
Yeah,
all the
prayers
Ukraine, prayers for Ukraine.
I have
yeah.
something set up, and then you can choose between Prince and you can choose between Michael Jackson.
Bro, don't put no cut out booty pants on this.
I'm just saying, this is
I see
listen.
some
might
cut
get-
out booty pants.
Don't do it, bro. I'm
I
gonna
will
get
do
flagged.
whatever. Hey, you're gonna take whatever I give you right now in a minute, okay?
Nah. I
You
can't
don't know
see
what
that
I'm
on
doing.
our
If we're
You
podcast.
comparing
don't know- you
outfits,
don't
There's
know.
kids in here.
if we're
Kids
going to
watching.
compare outfits, Michael Jackson is always over Prince. If in outfits,
Oh, we talking about outfits? Yeah, MJ.
Yeah.
MJ got it.
MJ got it, bro. He had his moments with the sparkling stuff, but Prince was out of control. Prince was out of control with the outfits, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay,
So
so
if I see a cutout pair of pants on the screen, if I see a cutout pair of pants on the
you don't know
Yo,
what
don't
I'm
put
doing.
that on the screen,
You don't
bro.
know what I'm
You
doing,
deserve
bro.
to take it
I'm
down.
just saying, like, listen, bro. Like, okay, like this is the kind of day I'm having. Okay, so
You two
you
need
gotta
to
let
take
me.
down the stream.
Okay, so it's either this, right?
Oh,
It's
no.
either this
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna barf.
or this.
Oh, yo, take that down, bro. Take that down, bro. Oh,
I'm gonna throw
my god, bro.
It's gonna happen. I'm gonna throw up, and it's not. Gonna
I'm
be great.
sorry. Sorry. Okay, so listen, bro.
That's hilarious.
Okay, now the music. You gotta compare the music now. All right, so we can't go based off looks. That's the whole point.
Okay, so
You
wanna
can't compare looks. It's all about music now.
Bro, AJ is you broke AJ saying.
Yeah, if you want to talk about music,
He's broken. He's a broken man.
I broke AJ.
Dude, he's reconsidering life, dude. He was like, "Why did I even start the YouTube?" He said, "Bro was thinking to himself right now. I knew I shouldn't have started the stream. What am I doing?
Oh, I'm crying.
I knew I should have started the stream."
If you think this is bad, wait till we are gonna get that Twitch up going. Wait till you fucking. You think this is ridiculous? Twitch we're gonna be unhinged, bro. Listen. I pretend a lot. Look at AJ. I broke his eyes. Look at him. They're
Dude, he's
stuck
broken.
open.
You killed a man, dude.
yo,
dying.
he's really standing. That's great.
He's dying in
Yeah,
front
dude,
of
his
our eyes.
eyes haven't blinked. Look at him.
That's hilarious.
Maybe he's dead and they're just wide open.
So I'm just saying, bro.
Maybe-
Like
You literally killed him.
I control myself with a lot of shit that I want to say. And
If I see that in my nightmares saying it, I just know. Just know. I have to go to
going ghost!
dude, Saint, you
Hey,
want to know?
let's end it on this though.
Saint, let me say something real quick, dude. I got a test take tomorrow, and if I get a 0 because that picture just planted in my head, it's your fault. It's your fault, dude. I'm gonna be taking my test, and I'm just gonna see that.
But that's
fucking
Raheem's.
image.
Listen, that's Raheem's fault, right? Because he
Dude,
put
you
that
put
shit.
it- you
He
put
put,
it on the
that
screen.
visual
It's your
in my head. I would have never thought
It's your
of
fault,
Prince and
dude.
booty shorts
It's your
if
fault.
he didn't mention that, bro. That is
Well,
Raheem's
he didn't mention
fault.
Prince
Wearing
really
a
did that.
raccoon
though.
hat.
Prince really did that.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was
Prince
his-
could
that was
do
one
it,
of his
dude.
main outfits.
Do you realize like Prince could do anything, like from manly to extreme feminine, and still pull hotter girls than any one of y'all combined?
AJ.
Like that man could pull the hottest woman you have ever seen. If you don't believe me, go check that man's history. Go check that man's file of facts, and you will
He's
see the
actually
women.
broken.
that-
Bro, what
that
was the
Prince
music
used to
video
pull.
when Doves Cry, where he was in the
Oh.
bathtub? Literally watch it and you say, yeah, he still pulled hotter women than any athlete in the world.
My God,
That's
you
the
say
time when
what
Prince
you-
was on.
Say what you want about Prince, about how he looks, about how he is, but the women that man would pull. Sorry. That man bodies Michael there. That man bodies about so many other people. Yeah.
Dude, he's broken. And so are a bunch of.
Hey,
and
when
so are
you
a
can
bunch
wear
of other
pants
people
like
out
that
there.
and still get a hot girlfriend, like you're doing something right in life.
Well, clearly,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. But I'm
Let's see.
actually.
But that shit's funny. Oh, I found the bathtub.
Okay, please. Let's just end it. Let's end it. Let's end it. Let's end it. Prayers for Ukraine. I think
Yes.
that's a good
Shout
note
out
to
to
end off with.
Age was trying to say something serious in the middle of us talking about Prince booty shorts, but he said, "Real talk, prayers up for Ukraine while we're worried about our team, strong other worried about their lives, their future, and survival in general."
Mhm.
Very, very true. Very true. Very, very, very true.
I just can't.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like we went fucking talking about Prince, and now it's just we
Hey,
Yeah, smack dab to this. Only on Nets Kingdom you're gonna get this type of content.
I
don't think-
literally
I don't think
said
there's any other
People are
channel
missing
doing this.
out, bro. I feel bad for other people.
And I literally said before we went live too, I was like, what's the point of us even doing the stream? Like, what are we going to break down that we haven't broke down already? Like, how many times we're going to watch James Johnson hit an open three?
Talk about
How
a
many
breakdown
times?
thing.
Yeah, how many times like Steve Nash is going to leave the same player in when somebody else is playing better than him? Let's see. If and when people get healthy, will be good. Like, what else can we really say at this point? At this point, but we probably should shut it down. We'll get out of here. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to say, but I'm glad. Hey, we still show up. Joseph said, "Why y'all stream?" Because we show up when we win and we lose, and that's just it is what it is. At the end of the day, you show up, you take your medicine. People want to come in and troll, talk their shit. Yeah, whatever. Throw a few words. It is what it is. Our time's coming. Maybe it's this season. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's next season. Who the hell knows? But really, there's nothing we can do about it right now. It's out of our control, and we just have to wait. Bitching and moaning and getting absolutely depressed is not going to fix this scenario. We are where we're at. We cannot pivot anymore. We can drop somebody and maybe get a buyout, but the buyout market's been absolutely trash this year. It really trash. Not a lot of teams let good players, like most people have stayed with the team. So we're stuck with what we got. We'll see.
It's crazy how AJ's still broken right now.
Oh, I broke him with the booty shot. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my work. I'm glad. Thank you.
You're gonna break me tomorrow, dude. I'm
Dude. Hey, I'm proud of that.
Dude, I'm gonna be taking my test, and I'm just gonna blank out because that fat fucking picture just.
Dude, if I had Prince's confidence, I'd do the same thing. But there's just nobody wants to see my 40-year-old hairy ass in a pair of booty shorts.
Please,
it's just not gonna work. Yeah.
I guess to end it.
You got a good train of thought there. We all do not want to see that.
We do.
Yeah,
not.
exactly. So
I guess that's since we're a Nets channel. Let's leave it off on this. Let's just take the rest of the season one game at a time.
Thank you, Raheem. Thank
you. Let's stop looking towards April, March. Take it a game at a time because we can't keep overlooking the destination without seeing what the journey is going to look like. Because unfortunately, we don't know what's going to happen between now and when we get to the playoffs. So let's just take this at a game at a time. Let's hope we get it together by the playoffs, and let's hope we're fully healthy and we can make a deep playoff run and overcome all adversity. That's like the only hope we can really take in the future.
Facts, because, dude, that's why I keep saying it. Like I said, I don't care how we get in. Let's just get in and be healthy. That's all I care about. I don't care how bad the rest of these 20 games go or don't go. As long as we get into the playoffs, I don't care how it looks and when people come back. Just get us into the playoffs with enough time to actually play some games. And I don't care. I don't care if it's 5 games. I don't care if it's 10 games before the playoffs. Let's just end on that note, right? And then go into the playoffs and try your best. Like you know what I mean? Like my whole thing is like, I still think we can make the playoffs, but out past that, I don't really have an expectation. Like I really don't. You know what I mean? Like just get in there and play your best, and then we'll start over next year. Facts. A few leg squats and okay, I'll work on that, bro.
Oh my God.
Jesus. But realistically, how this season should really be looked at. Whatever happens in the playoff happens. We somehow get to the chip. We get to the chip. We get outed. We get outed. But it's very obvious this trade deadline and all these other moves was made to look not only this year but next year. So definitely,
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
don't put too much stock into this season because we basically made a major pivot, and basically we have a core. If we don't plan on trading, then we have a core for the next couple
Yeah,
years.
that's a good point, dude. People are walking around like we didn't just make some mid-season trade that fucking completely changed the complexion of our team, right? Like people are still acting like
we literally did a soft reset on the
exactly
a soft
mid
reset.
right at the All-Star break. Hit the reset button.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna go so bad, but just have a little realistic outlook moving forward, especially with when really we're against time's against us. Time is against us.
And Raheem Aldridge is not hurt. He was playing tonight. He pretty decent.
He just
and
got
Isaac, I don't think I want to hear you talking about booty squats and exercises. I can't do it. AJ, are you still there?
Yeah, no, AJ's done. AJ's done.
AJ, where are you?
He literally tweeted.
Yeah, no. But to that comment, Aldridge ain't hurt.
Yeah.
He's just old. He got arthritis. You know how them knees go.
Yeah.
He's old.
Right.
He has arthritis.
You got anything, Rage, before I get out of here?
No.
All right. With that, I'm gonna leave you with that, and we're gonna get out of here.
Go. I'm closing my eyes.